All right, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Still a little bit sick today, so apologies if I sound don't sound that great, but you know that's life. So yeah, I mean, ultimately this was a nice trade setup from yesterday. We'll see if we could keep coming up here. We might. I mean, look at these funding rates. Nothing too positive, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. What's up, Antonio? And the other thing that I'll show you the setup here. Some type of train is coming through. Don't normally hear that here. Anyway, show you the trade. Entered it, kind of the scalp along from yesterday. Took some time to play out, but did very well. And this was a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So if you trade like that, you only need to win 1 out of 3 trades to be profitable, which is pretty good. I feel like I have maybe a 50% win rate with those, which that's more than enough to be profitable with those type of trades. Took out 2/3 of it, nice 2K realized profit. And now, just looking at the markets, I mean, we'll start with Bitcoin like we always do. Just want to survey the market a little bit. I mean, nothing looks too bad. It definitely doesn't. It definitely looks like you could continue forward here. Definitely looks like you can continue to potentially, 28, these type of areas in between this area, like we talked about yesterday. That bull div on the 2-day still has some time to potentially play out. Weekly, you could get that trigger wave. Now, what's interesting about the weekly, I believe here, is that let's look at a cleaner chart here now. The weekly, oh, that's not a cleaner chart. The weekly here, look right there. This is very similar. Look at that same level too, essentially -35. Just about essentially came into the red. That weekly, green dot brought you up a little bit, turning green the weekly Heikin Ashies. And then as soon as that confirmed, or even kind of before it confirmed, you had hit your top there. So, I mean, if we keep coming up, you may confirm that in the next 5 days, and that's kind of it. If we do come up a little bit higher. What's interesting is traditional markets are coming down while Bitcoin is kind of been coming up the last few days. So that's interesting. NASDAQ does not look good by any means, in my opinion. Trigger wave to the downside. Nice kind of M pattern. Yeah, M pattern to potentially break downward. If you do break downward from this, I mean, where could you potentially end up? 14K, 13, 14K, something like that. High 13s. I think that would be a pretty significant area bring us back to May. That type right there. I think you'll test these areas into the next couple of months, potentially October or so, end of the year. I think that's highly likely here. And yeah, if we want to look at, I think this monthly too. I mean, I think this will play out once, you could be kind of sideways a bit more bullish into the end of the month, that type of thing. And then you finally face reality and you start to come down. So I do think that is probable. Very likely. I do think that's what's most likely going to happen. Trigger wave on the 16. I mean, this could be, one of those kind of low risk, high reward type things. I mean, if you were to, just give me a second here. If you were to do some type of long like this, stop loss below here or something, and then, oops, okay, we didn't want to. No, come on. Something like that. You got a good shot, I think, Trying to trade off of that trigger wave, maybe wait till it confirms in 10 minutes and that's 16. Something like that. 5 minute, I mean, 5 minutes you're kind of bearish case, but sometimes when you come into the red, that's where you buy and you keep going up. So we'll see. We'll definitely see here. What's up, Tony Mart? Appreciate you, man. By the way, if you guys are interested in some of these trade subs, check out the Aldo Empire VIP Discord down below. Me, Lanacore, CBZ, and KMAC providing you with a lot of really great stuff there. So yeah. And yeah, I mean, that's that. I don't really have any, I'm not really that bearish on the market at the moment for the short term, for kind of looks like we could come up higher. 28's a big place. Maybe even, I know people talk about, excuse me, 29, 30K one last time. I think that's a good shot as well. But I think after that, that's where you maybe come back down to low 20s, test that 300 weekly moving average. I think that's a huge point to test, to look at. And yeah. ETH continuing to bleed against Bitcoin. Here, double blood diamonds on the 3-day. 2-week red dot coming down. And yeah, I mean, I think it's inevitable you're going to get down here. I mean, even on the rally upward, I want to look at Bitcoin dominance as well. We may have months ahead for all these alts to continue to bleed against Bitcoin. This looks good on the weekly. I mean, this could be the start of our next rally up. And I think once you get the next pullback too, this comes up to 55. That's where you start looking to getting into alts. Look to get into alts around there. That's a big place. So yeah. Beat the 4-hour bearish div. Yeah, I mean, that was one, but kind of already played out. And yeah, could reject from here. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, that's point. That volume area low is acting as a resistance. ETH is really bleeding against Bitcoin. If you're going to be going short, I would try ETH. If you're going to try to go long, I would try Bitcoin. That makes the most sense here, I think. Looking at kind of, just want to take a quick look at the S&P 500 here. Red there in the weekly. Oh, 3-day bull, 3-day blood diamond. That's new. 1 day to confirm. Trigger wave to the downside. Huh. I've not seen that since 2015. That's interesting because that was a pre-election year. How much of a drop was that? Let's see. About a 13-14%er. Wouldn't be too surprising, yeah, 380. 380 would not be too surprising here. Back to there, December, then come back a little lower, beginning of next year potentially. So yeah. That's what's interesting here is like ETH definitely looks a lot weaker in Bitcoin. I mean, if this does, these kind of trigger waves and stuff do, kind of play out, then yeah. Money flow, good curvature coming up. Look at some oldie, some favorites. Big market caps, Cardano. Messing with that area, ooh. So, weekly bull div too. However, some of these previous ones didn't give you too much, yeah. Come on, load. Want this money flow to come up and give us a bullish div before I'm convinced that Cardano is gonna, hold this area essentially. Slightly higher high. I don't know. Tough to say. Because I think too with XRP, is that the right one? Yeah. XRP is coming up a little bit higher. Yeah, that's coming up 151.5. 16-hour looks good. Yeah. Kind of looks like you got a little bit left. I mean, I feel like it's going to be, the trigger wave is going to excite everybody, and it's probably going to be like 2019, where you come up a little bit more, maybe 57, then you roll over, I think. It's probably going to be something like that. In Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance probably will continue to rise through all of this. We can look at Phantom. I'm pretty neutral on it. I don't know too much about it. $0.08-$0.09 would be a technical target. I think you can eventually lose this area, come down to that area. We got to see what happens here. Like everything else, 2 week I'm looking for. Because 2 week bullish div, that doesn't happen too often. Zcash was interesting. That's another one that was hitting just a major point. Yeah, that area. And then the weekly. I mean, the weekly's confirmed. That weekly does look pretty good. It's just like Bitcoin dominance keeps rising. You could have a lower low here potentially. This looks better than a lot of other things though. But that 2 week I want to wait for probably. 2 week money flow coming up towards the end of the year, I think, is going to be kind of the better bet here. You know what I mean? The better bet. So yeah. BNB, I was talking about this on Around the Blockchain yesterday. Green dot there. I mean, I think like everything else, you're probably going to come up more on this like weekly green dot, bull div or whatever. But then you're probably just going to roll over, I think. So maybe a little bit more boring at the end of the month. I mean, we've been kind of exciting this month. Nothing too crazy though, but yeah. I mean, we're at 27.1 right now. How far are we down from those are July high? 27.1, 14%, okay. Nothing too bad. Yeah. Curving upward there. Yeah, I think we will come higher. It does look like we will come higher. Now, let's look at NASDAQ down 125 points. We're looking at this. Dow is down as well. S&P 500 down slightly. A paid article. Apple paid to, have their telling everybody that they need to buy the new iPhone. Not biased at all. Not biased at all. Photos. Everything's better about it. You got to get it. Apple's like smart. They always find a way. Let's look at that stock. It's Excuse me. So there at that point. And then money flow coming out. Bear div potentially. Yeah, Apple does not look good. I think this will finally be the one that doesn't sell, and I think it'll be just because of recession of all that, you know. Let's do the Dixie for a minute here. So things generally look more like, you know, this kind of area for the Dixie. I mean, if you started there, we're in kind of, you know, these last, you know, it looks like a lot of these kind of areas. I think you could make a higher high potentially, or, you know, S&P 500 come down another 10-15%. This is going to go higher. Bitcoin as well will probably go lower as this goes higher. We'll see what happens, though. I think it will break upward. Down slightly on the day. But yeah. It is 10:40 a.m. Eastern time here. And yeah. So yeah, man, I wish it was a little bit more exciting, you know, right now. I mean, what we could do to have a little bit of fun. Let's see, where was that trigger wave that I was looking at? Yeah, for that kind of, because we entered the long there. If we were to, where was it? Oh, it didn't even confirm yet. I was looking at that to confirm. It might confirm now and bring us higher, though. But I'd rather just kind of stay in it all. Just wait. See what happens. Wish I had more energy. You know, ETH in terms of macro, you're obviously, I think you'll come down farther, but short term, you know, like Bitcoin, this anchor wave. Let's look back to 2019. See what happened here. That area. I mean, it's like that one. That was a deep anchor wave, but probably more like this. Could act like October, September even. It's probably what we're going to see on that weekly. Man, the interest in crypto is just so low right now. The interest in all of it is just very low, just with how the market is. I think it'll definitely come back as it has, you know, early to mid next year. But yeah, people are apathetic. Curious about Amazon. Yeah, that's a bear div. Yeah, it's a bear div if I've seen one. Hit a higher high there, but yeah, that's a big area. 147, 146, kind of the double top there. It looks like you're going to reject, especially with that money flow on the weekly. 2 week not bad though, but that monthly trigger wave that could potentially form there. I think Amazon will generally come down with a lot of other things. Boca and not sure what you mean, Marco. What's up, Marco? I haven't seen you in a minute. decoupling from traditional markets. So I guess that could be, that's meaning that they're bullish. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit, I would say. But it's just, it's just been a few days. I mean, typically with gold, obviously we, dump down into the recession and then we really decouple. Gold has looked how it's always looked, kind of sideways, more bullish. I think it'll eventually break upward. It's going to take time, though. It could take years. It's a slow mover, obviously. And some of the money that goes into gold will go into silver. Silver, on the other hand, I mean, here's some lines of support resistance here. This could be a bullish formation, kind of a reverse head and shoulder type thing. And if you do break upward, I don't know where you want to draw the neckline, but if you do break upward, 33, I think is a big spot. I think 33 is a big spot. Yeah. Let's take a look at ETH. Harmonic lines. So I'm not an expert on that yet. You should check out CVO Crypto. He does stuff on that. Mitch Ray also does a lot of stuff with harmonic lines. Those are excellent resources on it. Scott Carney is, I believe, the creator of it or one of them. I'm still learning about it, so yeah, I don't. I just hear from the the grapevine like about the harmonics and stuff. But yeah. Let's see here. Let's look at ETH. Excuse me. 1689. Yeah, I mean it's a significant area. Generally a significant area. Short it down to back to where we are right now. 15.5. Yeah, depending on where we go. I mean, we got to reevaluate the market when we hit this spot. We set an alarm for that one. But yeah, potentially could work. We'll see. Right now, though, I mean, I don't really have a problem with a lot of the things I'm seeing in terms of the bullish case. I think you could continue forward. It might not be a bad idea to add to this, long, double this guy or something once this 16-minute trigger wave confirms. I mean, you're going to get a trigger wave in the 22, so you may see something happen here. So yeah, I'm kind of still sick. I have a sinus infection, but yeah, McDonald's, yeah. Let's take a look. There to there, bear div, kinda. This is a weird, yeah. I mean, this just follows that line. I mean, you could argue trend is your friend. I mean, it'll eventually kind of come down. It's weird. This is like so manufactured the way it like operates. 200 billion. You would think it's a bigger company than that, being like all over the world. You know what I mean? Like you would think it's a bigger company. Because it's just so well known all over the world. I mean, it's like nothing compared to like these tech companies and stuff. But yeah, I have no idea. It's hard to say on this, man. It just I mean, I would say the weekly's a good shot of a short. It's not going to go up forever. I don't know if this is the best thing to try to short, but if you were to short, I mean, probably profits at 264 would make sense, probably. I don't know. It's a little weird. It doesn't look good, though, overall. I wouldn't say it looks good at all. How about the Dow? Yeah, some of these are just so boring. It's just not. It's just nothing really happens. Yeah. Generally, think the Dow will follow the SPY and the Nasdaq. I think the Dow will outperform them though, as it usually does in previous recessions, I believe. Not all of them, obviously, but yeah. Oh man, what was the other one I wanted to look at? If you look at some of the other significant is Tesla. That's coming up a bit. Money flow coming out. VWAP coming down in the monthly. This looks better than some of the other NASDAQ stuff. I don't know. I want to see what happens with this 2 week, maybe. Green dot there. You can come up a little bit more. I do think you'll kind of reject and come down potentially. Bitcoin Cash. Monthly, I don't think that looks very good. Weekly's not too bad. Bear div to form there potentially. A little weird, man. I don't know. I think like everything else, you may have some short-term potential upside here. I mean, with the institutional interest, that's the main thing going for this. Other than that, there's really nothing. I don't know. Walmart, McDonald's, or Coke will eventually fall. Let's look at Coke. I think they will in a recession. Yes, I think they have to. Nothing goes up forever. Yeah, the same thing with Apple too. I mean, nothing goes up forever. Yeah. 6.4. You would think it's a bigger market cap Coke. You know what I mean? So yeah. Two-week bear div right there. Money flow coming out. Yeah, I think it will come down. I mean, these are interesting. They're good internationally because they keep expanding. But that's just it. You would think this would have such a higher market cap than 6 billion, or does it not count what Warren Buffett owns of it? I guess. Let's go Walmart. Like these, they're practical. They're cheap. I mean, the main thing: McDonald's, Coke, Walmart. They're cheap, which is why they're kind of recession proof. And, a lot of people will flock to them, especially when things get tougher. I mean, Coke, it's cheap. You know what I mean? And I mean, they make okay products. I mean, I wouldn't say McDonald's makes any good products, but Walmart makes some okay products. Coke, Mexican Coke is okay. But yeah, I mean, McDonald's makes me sick. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, these are like I would say that monthly bear div, like it probably let's just see what this has done in recessions. I mean that's the last pre-election year came down a bit. This could come down lower. I could see this coming down lower. Oh my God, yeah. Oh wait, very immune. Yeah, just very. Is there a dividend on this? There is, yeah. Wow. Probably not very what 400 billion? Yeah, that's what I would guess for Walmart. It's big, yeah. Walmart is bigger than McDonald's. Is Walmart? This is probably a stupid question. Is Walmart in China too? Is it everywhere? Entire portfolio just Walmart. Yeah. Apple on the 12-hour. Let's take a look. Let's see here. a 12-hour gust. I don't know. I mean, trigger wave there. You could have some upside potential. You know, there's a W pattern. I think you could come up a little bit, maybe back up to 180 or something, and then roll over head and shoulders. I don't think it looks too good overall, though, especially the monthly Heikin-Ashi that confirms in 10 days. 2 week just keeps giving you more, you know, red Heikin-Ashis. Let's look at the 3 week. Yeah. They were doing a thing where if you put up Dogecoin, the thing would come up, but they stopped that. The Tesla chart, too. They stopped that, though. RPL. I don't even know what that is. Is it a crypto? This? I haven't heard of this. Are you talking about? Nah, I don't think you're talking about any of that. You're talking about a crypto. This is, I don't know. Is there somewhere where more data is on this? This looks like it was listed everywhere at the same time. CoinEx maybe? Yeah, this is what you're looking at. You might have some upside, yeah. I mean, you're hitting a significant area. I probably wouldn't mess with this, but, you know, you might have a little bit of upside. There's trigger waves to the downside, not good at all, but you might have a little bit. Not the right one. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow. Yeah, he may have some upside. I don't know, though. It's kind of tough with this. I mean, you are hitting, yeah, it's a significant area, sure. And we are coming up a little bit more with Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that. What time frame was it? The 16, yeah, confirmed on the 16/22. Let's have some fun here for the stream. Why don't we double this risk-free? Yeah, why not? So that brings our, brings our stop right there. So if we do, let's just do that. I probably added more than I want to here, but yeah. So now we got over 100K position. Netflix. Let's take a look at Netflix. This looks bearish. Sorry. Biggest loss in trading? Probably like 10 grand. Netflix doesn't look good, guys. I think this is a good short. I mean, let's go with our, if you were to try to, short this thing. Oh, man. Yeah, you'd really need hard to do a good risk-reward ratio, but I mean, something like that may work pretty well down to, 288, I could see. That's going to take months, though, probably. If you got some patience, Baba wasn't even doing that great to begin with, right? Is Baba even up at all? Let's see something here. Oh, the 12-hour you were looking at. This is one of those degen plays everybody was obsessed with a few years ago. I don't know. I would guess you would come back to the 70 soon. Bad first 6 months of 2024 in the stock market. So that's what I kind of think will happen. I mean, the stock market, I don't know about the first 6 months of being bearish in the stock market, but I do think that Bitcoin will kind of follow it. I think it could kind of act like gold, especially, in the beginning of that, maybe in March or something with the halving. And, I think that I don't think it'll make a lower low. I think you could just be boring at 20Ks, essentially where we are now, maybe lower, high teens, low 20s for a lot of the year. And then I think you'll recover into 2025. Maybe that's the case where you don't make a new all-time high. But, yeah. And by the way, guys, if you want to go to exchange to trade on, we are doing a trading competition with FAIRDESK. I'll link down below. Also, one person every week who sends my link deposits any amount gets a free $100 trading bonus on FAIRDESK, so check that out. Link down below, no VPN, no KYC required. Been doing pretty well on it. You guys have seen the trades, they're not bad. So yeah. And ultimately, what else am I looking at here? Ultimately, yeah, I mean, MEXC is great as well. Zero limit fees in my link. And FAIRDESK are working on a trading competition. We'll get you more details really soon. So, yeah. And, yeah. NASDAQ down 100 points down there, yeah. We do have the FOMC. Yeah, I forgot about that. We do have the FOMC meeting. Obviously, that's probably going to be a pause. But it depends what Powell says. And he's probably going to freaking sound hawkish, I would guess. Because we know oil's jumping up, 99% of a pause, okay. We know oil is jumping up. So, yeah. And yeah, I don't know if that may end the fun here, but I feel like Bitcoin's jumping up because commodities are kind of jumping up a little bit, but that wasn't true in the first half of 2022. This is going to hit its technical target, about to. Where's technical target? 84. This could be actually a good time to take profits on oil. I do think it probably will come up farther, though. I don't see anything bad. Yeah, this could have a little bit more in it. Let's look at Exxon. That was in... Yeah, inflation's still a major issue. This will probably keep going until we really get announcements of a recession, which probably not until sometime next year. It's Becker components. That's a tough question, man. I don't know. It's $1 million question right there. Seneco. It looks like these oil ones got more gas left in the tank. I think when so oil will probably do good until the recession is announced. Then gold will probably take the spotlight from oil potentially, and then we'll see. Then we'll see. And the NFTs are getting a little jump too. When Gecko here, take a look at some of the NFTs. Mutant Ape 8,000. Bored Ape 40. Little jump, nothing crazy. Yeah, a little bit, man. Almost looks like the full bubble has popped. I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe they're bottoming on their ETH pair, but in terms of, US dollar pair, nope, not yet. So, yeah. I mean, $1,600 ETH here. You Wyckoff. I still think something like this into the end of the year is most likely. 1,200, 1,300. Let's look at Solana. Because this one was, this one's worse than quite a few others. Trigger wave potentially on the weekly relatively soon. 20 hour, 10 hour. Yeah. Our long is doing good, geez. We'll see what happens here, though. This looks kind of good, though. Like Solana looks like it could jump up a bit. I think everything could jump up a little bit more in the short term. We'll keep an eye on this. Oh, I want to look at a chart with more data here. Like the Binance chart. Yeah, because that monthly red dot, that's no bueno. But I think after that confirms, it's pretty much the DCA period, I think, for a lot of these. The beginning, October to March, I think that's the main area, the main one. So, yeah. Oh, it's the last thing we want to look at here. Let's look at some of the totals. We'll look at all the totals. Weekly, just like there. Just like there. So you would come up a bit more, get a jump up, maybe test this area, 1.10 trillion, and then roll over potentially. So, yeah. And then 3 week not good. That area. Definitely got to see what happens here. Total 2, so this is excluding Bitcoin. And that's interesting here because on the 3 week, yeah, it's like that area. That's September, yeah. This is like white coffee, like a white coffee type thing. I think you're gonna come back to these areas, potentially make a lower low. 400 billion I would be looking at into the end of the year. 400 billion. And total 3. So this is everything except Bitcoin ETH. I mean, we could look at total, just look at include Tether. That's a bull div right there. I think once that kind of plays out here, then you're kind of out of luck. You know what I mean? That jump up, yeah, just like October of 2019. Seems to be we're a month ahead of schedule, so I feel like November we could see, October being a real bad month in November. Because here November was the real bad month. It could be October is the bad month. September is not so bad this year. That's what it could be. That's what it could be. That's what I'm guessing, kind of. That's what I'm guessing. Let's see here. Anyway. Trigger waves to the upside. I think you got a little bit more. We'll see. We'll probably bounce around a little bit here. I think you'll eventually get up to 28K, but we gotta wait and see. If you guys are interested, check out the Aldo Empire VIP Discord down below. Me and 3 other excellent traders in there. And yeah, what's up, Frenchie Millions? What's up, Frenchie Millions? Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to I don't know if I'm being negative necessarily. I mean, it's kind of a positive if you're trying to get in at lower prices. I don't know if necessarily being negative here. I mean, for the short term, I think we could come up some more. I think we will come up some more, but that's that. Unless this freaking 3-hour bear div starts to bring us down. Oof. But yeah. Anyway, guys, really appreciate all you guys. Check out the links down below for the exchanges if you guys are interested. Always working hard to get you guys some good deals. So you can deposit any amount in FAIRDESK, do one futures trade, you're going to get a $100 trading bonus. We're also doing a competition. The link is down below for the competition for all that. And MEXC, 0 limit fees with my link down below. There's deposits, bonuses. You could trade. Atlanta Core is doing so many good trades with these crap tokens. MEXC will let you trade with high leverage, but be careful. Only do it if you know what you're doing. If you're assessing risk, all that. Only do it if that is, don't be stupid. It's not get rich overnight. You see me doing this. I mean, it's slow and gradual. I mean, it's a slow kind of gradual thing. A good trader usually only gets, 30% or 20% or even 10% a month, but that's still pretty good. Yeah, that's still pretty good if you really got the discipline. So yeah. And anyway, guys, hopefully I'll be better tomorrow. I'm still kind of fighting off a sinus infection, cold type thing. So yeah, if I sound nasally, that's why. Always really appreciate you guys. Subscribe. Check out the free Discord too. Hit the like button. All right, guys. Have a good one.